What's going on, people? Holla, holla, holla. Yes, Lenny is here for his second show. It is that time of the night, Saturday night. Yes, it's like Saturday night main event, only there ain't no main event. Or at least there ain't no wrestling match. We got a lot to discuss because, as we all know, there was a lot of Godzilla craze this week with the release of Shin Gojira. Yes. Yes. Now, if you was in Lenny's show last Saturday, and I know that it was San Diego Comic-Con weekend. I get it. I get that. So you would know that if you was in the show last week, you would know we broke it down into a couple of little segments. We had a bullshit story to start off. Then I had my chick of the week, because Lenny loves the ladies. Then after that, we had a short Q&A before the show ended, and then Rob took over. But this week, we're going to do things a little bit differently because this is a special week. This is the week of the release of Godzilla Resurgence. Yes, Godzilla Resurgence. And since even before the movie released, there was a lot going on. A lot of bullshit going on. Spoilers was many, and I've seen them all. We're going to talk about these spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled for the Godzilla Resurgence movie, you best to get the fuck out. Straight up. Because we're going to spoil the shit rotten. Yes. Yeah, you guys missed my Pokemon rap, but that's up on YouTube. Y'all can check that out. So, let's talk about this whole Godzilla thing. And just so you know, Director, I did see your question. I got some in it. But we're going to get to a Q&A in a little bit. The show is going to be for about a half hour. We're going to talk about Godzilla Resurgence. We'll do a short Q&A, and then I'm going to bounce and Rob will come back and take over. But here's the deal, okay? I love the fact that Toho went above and beyond the Call of Duty to change, okay? I love the fact that they left Suitmation behind and embraced the CGI. And a little bit of puppeteering in there. That's all good. Hey, that's all good. I love the fact that they wanted to do something different. That they wanted to give a new take on Godzilla. However, in the process of that, they obviously disturbed the Godzilla fan base on many levels. You got the Toho purists who don't know where to go. On one hand, they're defending this movie, but deep down inside, they're hurting. They're crying. They're in pain because it's not a modern replication of 1954. You got the other Toho fans who are running for the hills. They don't know what to do. They hate G14. They hate Shin Gojira. So they go back to their mother's basement. They whip out Godzilla 54 and they watch it again and again and again, trying to escape the reality that it's time to let go. Let go of the nostalgia tit. Stop sucking on it. The tit's hanging down to a knee. There's no more milk in that titty. It's just powder. It's time to move on. I love the fact that the movie is so fucked up that people don't know what to do. I love Toho for this. I praise Toho for this change. Now, with that said, on the real shit, I'm not saying I necessarily 100% agree with the fact that many of these changes took place. I mean, look, the design I'm cool with. A very menacing Godzilla. A very scary Godzilla. But since when the fuck did Godzilla shoot laser beams out his fucking tail? Okay? I mean, really? When the fuck did Godzilla ever shoot laser beams out his spines? And then you got these people who are trying to make excuses for why these things are happening. Oh, well, it's not laser beams out his back. That's his Godzilla pulse. Get the fuck out of here. How many Godzilla movies you seen where the radiation pulse shoots across the fucking sky and lights up buildings? Give me a fucking break with your excuses. Okay? Then you got people saying, well, this is just a great change by Toho, and I really, really embrace this change. You have no fucking choice but to embrace the change, motherfucker. You got no choice. That's what they gave you. You either accept it or you move the fuck on. Get the fuck out of here. People trying to sound all, like this is what they wanted. Give me a fucking break. If anybody was watching Rob's live stream about 2 months ago when he talked about how Toho should embrace CGI, and there was people in the stream telling them, get the fuck out of here, you fat shit. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're not a real Godzilla fan. You're not the motherfucking... This is a real 1954 tribute. This is a darker 1954. Fuck you. You was wrong. This is Godzilla Pink Floyd edition, motherfucker. Pink Floyd edition. Okay? That's not what you wanted. You didn't want Pink Floyd. You wanted Godzilla 54. Well, guess what, motherfucker? Raymond Burr is dead. You ain't getting 1954 no more. Let go of the titty. Titty. Let go of it. It's time to move on into bigger and better things. Oh, man. And then now, you have these other fans who are deep down inside, they're disappointed. And you know how you know they're disappointed with what they got? When they start saying things like, well, you gotta understand this was made for the Japanese community. This was made with Japanese people in mind. So if you're not gonna get what you expected, you gotta understand it's not made for general audiences overseas. No, this is made for Japanese political views and for the Japanese people. Shut the fuck up. Toho said this movie was for an international audience, motherfucker. So you don't know what you're talking about, okay? Toho said anyone can watch this movie. You know what anyone means, asshole? Anyone from this planet? Anyone from the fucking moon? Anyone from planet Pluto? Anyone from a different galaxy, motherfucker? Anyone living in your mother's pussy? It's for anyone. International. That means motherfuckers in Africa can watch this shit and understand it. Okay? Stop making excuses for the fact that you didn't get what you want and now you're trying to save face because you want to be a Godzilla fan. Look, if you don't like the motherfucker, it's okay. No one's going to kill you. Just be honest. Be real. Stop trying to be fake. Okay? And I think that leads to another point that I want to make here. I think it's easier for people to be honest, especially in communities that revolve around nerdism, where, we like the entertainment, we like the video games and all that shit. I think it's important for someone to get pussy. I think that's the revelation here. I think that's the deep core problem that we are finding right now, is now we are realizing the people who get the pussy and the people who don't. You see, because if you see a Toho movie and you're upset about what you got, if you're not happy about this Shin Gojira, there's two options, okay? You either move on. In other words, let me rephrase that. You got options. People who don't like what they see can easily get over it by getting laid. Pussy heals everything, okay? Pussy heals everything, unless it's rotten, okay? Let's not get crazy now. Don't think that pussy's gonna heal AIDS. It can give you AIDS. Make sure that shit's clean. But the point I'm trying to make is that if you're not getting pussy, then you have nothing to turn back on, which is why you see people making excuses. They don't have the pussy to turn to. They have to revert their feelings. They have to change how they view things, okay? So that's the problem here, is we have now finally separated the people who's getting it and the people who's not. The people who are getting it get over this shit and they move on. The people who are not have to make excuses for why this is such a great movie and they love the changes that Toho are making and it's so drastic and it's bold and it's edgy. And these are the same motherfuckers who killed Roland Emmerich. They killed Roland Emmerich and whatever little changes Gareth Edwards make. So in other words, if you're not Toho and you do a Godzilla movie and you make changes, you're gonna get ass raped. But if you're Toho and you make a Godzilla movie and you make changes beyond recognition, it's okay. It's all right. It's Toho, okay? It's Toho. They can do what they want. That's what they're saying out loud. But deep down inside, they're hurting the fact that Godzilla, okay? Godzilla, at one point in this movie, was clucking. He was a mother clucker. He was a fucking turkey. If Japanese wanted to celebrate Thanksgiving, they didn't have to go this far. Okay? They did not have to go this far. Don't make Godzilla a mother clucker. Where's the relation there? I see turkey, I see a bird. I see Godzilla, I see motherfucking Godzilla. When I put the two together, there's no fucking resemblance. Where was their head at? And why would they choose someone to direct this movie who is constantly on methamphetamines? The motherfucker is on meth. If you watch all his other shit before Godzilla, the motherfucker is on meth. Okay? He's on meth. Heisenberg ain't got nothing on Anno, motherfuckers. Nothing. Anno is the Heisenberg of Japan. Now, let's talk about these three little transformations we got. First, he starts off as a tadpole. A fucking tadpole. A tadpole? Really? Like I said, I love the fact that Toho made these changes because it shakes up the Godzilla fan base. But I gotta say, a fucking tadpole? I mean, what are we doing? Are we making Godzilla or we're making Hedorah? Or is this like a Hedorah Godzilla movie and we don't know it? Is there like a secret message there? Is there maybe an after credit scene where Thanos shows up and grabs Hedorah by one hand, the Godzilla by the other, and makes them fuck to make a tadpole? I mean, come on now. But it's okay. It's all right because no matter what, I'm still gonna love this movie because of all the crazy shit that it's causing. I was on Reddit. I was on different websites, IGN, all these different little chat engines, and people are going ballistic. People are going ballistic. People are ready to kill each other. We're worried about cops and African Americans at war? No, motherfucker. That pales in comparison to the war on Shin Gojira. The Toho purists. The Toho we're not sure. The G14 lovers who also love Toho. General fans. All fans. We don't know what's going to happen. It's very tense. I'm afraid for when the movie releases in the States. The death toll is going to increase to monumental proportions. Man hangs himself after watching Shin Gojira. Two men shoot each other to death after arguing over Shin Gojira. Oh my God, World War G, that's right, thank you. I just spotted that in the comments. My God, it's crazy. And the only thing that can save these people is pussy. They gotta fuck to get the tension out. But there's no hope. There's no hope when you get so seriously upset about a fictional character that shoots laser beams out his head, out his tail. There's no chance for you to get laid ever. And it makes me weep. It makes me want to cry. It really does. All right, let's take it to the comments section.
Thank you for watching ETN. You can follow ETN on Facebook, Twitch, or Twitter, or join the Nation Facebook page. Don't forget to click that subscribe button on your way out. You're watching ETN. Share and subscribe.
What's going on, people? Holla, holla, holla. Yes, Lenny is here for his second show. It is that time of the night, Saturday night. Yes, it's like Saturday night main event, only there ain't no main event. Or at least there ain't no wrestling match. We got a lot to discuss because as we all know, there was a lot of Godzilla craze this week with the release of Shin Gojira. Yes. Yes. Now, if you was in Lenny's show last Saturday, and I know it was San Diego Comic-Con weekend. I get it. I get that. So you would know that if you was in the show last week, you would know we broke it down into a couple of little segments. We had a bullshit story to start off. Then I had my chick of the week, because Lenny loves the ladies. Then after that, we had a short Q&A before the show ended, and then Rob took over. But this week, we're going to do things a little bit differently because this is a special week. This is the week of the release of Godzilla Resurgence. Yes, Godzilla Resurgence. And since even before the movie released, there was a lot going on. A lot of bullshit going on. Spoilers was many, and I've seen them all. I've seen them all, and we're going to talk about these spoilers. So if you don't want to be spoiled for the Godzilla Resurgence movie, your bet's to get the fuck out. Straight up. Because we're going to spoil the shit rotten. Yes. Yeah, you guys missed my Pokemon rap, but that's up on YouTube. Y'all can check that out. So, let's talk about this whole Godzilla thing. And just so you know, Director, I did see your question. I got